we are going into Thanksgiving this week. So you're going to deal with some family members that are toxic. And here's a checklist. And you can, it's like a game. You can check off if you enjoy this at the holiday table. Bring your little card and check if you got any of these. Check. Happened to me. Check. Wasn't allowed to do this. This happened. Yep. Got talked down to. You get to check. It's like a fun game. You can make it like a bingo card. So here we go. Shh. Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon. Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. I'm Breanne Davis-Gant. Today, I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing. Join me each week as we take a deep dive into one subject matter, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is a new chapter of Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. Today, we are talking about dun dun dun, toxic relationship. Check. So I want to talk about toxic relationships. I know I've talked about different things about relationships, trauma bonding, love bombing, gaslighting, all that stuff. But when you look at a toxic relationship, whether it be with a family member, a friend, a lover, a coworker, anybody, there's different things you need to look at. And I just did a whole list of different things you can have in a toxic relationship that people don't always realize that they are dealing with in a toxic relationship. So I just wanted to go through some of them because it is the fucking holiday season, right? We are going into Thanksgiving this week. So you're going to deal with some family members that are toxic. And here's a checklist. And you can, it's like a game. You can check off if you enjoy this at the holiday table. Bring your little card and check if you got any of these. Check. Happened to me. Check. Wasn't allowed to do this. This happened. Yep. Got talked down to. You get to check. It's like a fun game. You can make it like a bingo card. So here we go. Let's get our check sheets out. It's like a fun game of toxic relationships at the family Thanksgiving table. And if you are across the pond or wherever, just enjoy the list and see if anybody in your life has it. And I say if you have 1 or 2 or 3 of these checks, maybe get rid of them out of your life because you only have one life on this planet. Do you really need to carry around baggage, a shitty person, a person that brings negativity, a person that makes you feel bad about yourself? And if you try to set a boundary, they walk right over it like it's like a jump fucking rope. No, thank you. Get out of my life. Pack your bag. Bye-bye. See you later. So here we go. Number 1, you're not allowed to be happy unless they're happy. Yeah, so when you give happy news or you come in with something and you're in a good mood, they somehow want to poo-poo it. So maybe you're sitting at that table and you're sharing happy news and they don't want you to be happy because they're cranky. So they put you down or they make it about them. Who knows? So if you have a family member or someone in your life that doesn't like you to be happy unless they're happy, check. Your mood must match their mood, or they will rage or make you upset on purpose. Does that happen? Look around your life. Your mood must match their mood. You aren't allowed to just do what you want. I love that. I love when people are like, but we need to do it together. No, you don't. You're 2 different people. You don't have to be together. They don't want you to do what you want. They need to be next to you. No, no, no. Go off and do your own thing. Number 4, you feel a great sense of heaviness when you are with them. Look around the table. Is there anybody sitting there and you feel a great sense of heaviness? I'm laughing. I'm not seeing my family. Well, I am seeing them, but not on Thanksgiving, but I'm just laughing, let's just say. Okay, the next one. You feel like no matter what you do, it's wrong. Yeah, I don't even need to say anything to that one. You are monitored heavily, yet you can't ask questions or look into anything they're doing. So that's a more for, I believe, if like a relationship or someone you're living with, you're monitored heavily and you can't be asking questions and you can't look into anything they're doing. I always feel like that happens a lot with addicts and families, or your partner's doing something shady. You can't look into their phone. They don't want to share their location. Those kind of situations. Next one, they are constantly belittling you. I always, with the families around Thanksgiving, it's those little jokes. They love to do those little belittling jokes, but it's a joke. No one can take a joke. Do we really need to belittle each other, family members? Like, can we not do it this holiday season? Like, let's take it down a notch. They talk down to you. Take it down a notch. Get it? They talk down to you. That's the next one. They make you hide your true personality. So I was talking today about being the black sheep of a family, and I just love being the black sheep of my family. It's the person that's like screaming and nobody's listening at the insanity of this family system. And I was that for a while, and it's so hard to be that. But when you have to hide your true personality when you walk into the door with people in your life, that tells you something. If you have to hide the true you, look at who you're surrounding yourself with. You cannot speak your mind. Should you live your life around people you can't speak your mind? No. You feel like you don't matter. I always say that if I remove myself from this situation, would these people miss me or not? Only their opinions are facts and yours are irrelevant. Mm-hmm. Um, I love to say, I think this political landscape has brought this to light for a lot of people. The next one, there is no team. It's only what they want. I would think this is a good one for partnerships. If you're in a partnership that it doesn't feel like a team and it's only what they want, that's where you go, this doesn't look like a partnership. This looks like a dictatorship. So when you are in a healthy relationship, and recently a client goes, what does a healthy relationship look like? It's a partnership. Two people are equal and you work as a team. Basic. And nobody has power over the other person. Next, let's see. Everything you want is too much, but they can spend their time and money on anything they please. And they have terrible spending habits. I do. I have this one client we do that he can spend anything, but she's on a budget. And he does not have to tell anything he spends money on. And then she is too much. She's like a gold digger, all this. And it's like, no, you're in a toxic relationship and you don't think your wife is equal to you. So you're trying to monitor what she does, but you want unlimited. That is a toxic relationship. So even if you look at it in a family, if one person thinks they can have everything and everybody else should be limited, that is a toxic family system that needs to be looked at. They don't clap or praise you when you reach your goals or accomplishments in anything. Yet, if they do anything and it's not a big deal, they want major praise and adoration by everyone. And that's the thing. Most toxic relationships and people you are with, they literally want a gold star for the little thing. Like, oh, I didn't drink today. Yes, you shouldn't drink. You're an alcoholic. Yay. Good job. And listen, I'm an addict and you shouldn't, like, that's great accomplishment, but like, you're supposed to be doing that. And then the big things that they accomplish, you don't even, you're so selfish and self-seeking, you don't even give that acknowledgement. So these are the things that you need to look at around the family table if you encounter. Do you try to say, hey, this huge thing happened at work today, and nobody talks about it except dad over here has something that is smaller and everybody needs to bow down to him because of his narcissistic personality disorder, that he needs constant praise and validation, and he sucks all the energy out of the room from his children. So maybe look at that if it's happening at your Thanksgiving table, and then we can all talk about it. So that is my toxic relationship check for this Thanksgiving. And you can print it all up. You can write them all out and print them all up and check them off if it happens at your Thanksgiving table. I just think it would be a fun game to talk about how toxic our family and friends are. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this Secret Life podcast. But here's the deal. I am grateful. I am grateful for this year. I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for the listeners. I'm grateful for this new format that I get to share everything I'm working on, things I'm working on with my clients, getting to be my raw, authentic, vulnerable self, and even get uncomfortable and share things I don't want to share. Because when I did that checklist and put it together, I realized these are old things that I dealt with in my family system, our friends, or things I hear about recently that I thought was funny, and I wanted to put it in a checklist. And I just really wanted to come about this Thanksgiving season in a funny way, because being with family is hard. There is a lot of dysfunctional family systems. And one of my goals is to break, the toxic, traumatic, dysfunctional family patterns that we then replicate in our friends and relationships, and then pass down to our children. And we really work hard in doing that. And so with this podcast, one of the things is we want to then take that work and give it to the world free. Here it is. Here's what we work on. Here's what people are going through. Here's our own struggles with our relationship and addictions and all of that. So we are so grateful you guys listen. We are so grateful. This is been such a journey, and we love doing it. And thank you for being with Secret Life and being with for so long. And let me know how the game works, how many checks you got. Maybe you don't see your family. We're not. So no checklists for us this year. And have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you on the next episode. And thank you for listening. Let me know if you want me to do a topic or if you have any questions or thoughts. And send me your notes to secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time. Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you'd like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.